Welcome everyone to Listen, Argue, Repeat. Riffs and reflections from two guys who last week had to use ChatGPT for their intro, and this time we're going to use Google Gemini. Here's what Google Gemini came up with. Have you ever had that one friend who you think their musical taste is like divinely inspired and yours is clearly picked up in a dumpster fire? Well, now you got two of those friends. Welcome to Listen, Argue, Repeat, the show where Mike and Ryan try to convince each other that their musical opinions aren't just wrong, they're a personal insult. Prepare for bad takes, questionable song choices, and maybe, just maybe, one of them will finally admit the other one isn't completely tone deaf. Probably not, though. Let's get into it. What'd you think of that intro, Mike?
I'm still wondering, why am I here?
That's a question I ask myself every day. Why are you here? I'm not sure. I don't know if anyone...
It's to annoy you. So let's get to our picks. Because I'm actually quite interested in what you have to say about this one.
Great.
I'm being legit about this. I'm actually curious about what you guys say to this one.
That's great. And I think you'll tolerate mine, but not like it. Because, as last week's episode's proven, I can never make you happy. You are
No, it was a good pick.
No,
it's just not going on my list.
You are that eternal uncle who sits in the corner during the holidays that nobody talks to, who sits there and has a couple of questionable beverages and then talks about how things were better when nobody else was around. That's you, and that's okay. Let's do some rock, paper, scissors to see which questionable song comes first. Are you ready?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, both did paper. Let's try that one more time. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, scissors beats paper. I will go first. This song came out 2 years ago. It's by a band called Mammoth. Have you ever heard of Mammoth?
No.
Mammoth is the brainchild of Eddie Van Halen's son, Wolfgang.
Cool.
And he plays all the instruments on the song. This is from the second album. The first album had a song called Distance that I first heard and I really liked. It was a great love song to his dad. The music video was tearing at your heartstrings too. That was great. I listened to that first album. I enjoyed it, but nothing else off it was truly memorable for me. The second album, I heard the song and I'm like, whoa. It's nice to see a little bit of progression there, which I felt in this in terms of the songwriting and the lyrics. They're not the best, but they're pretty serviceable. I was pretty happy listening to it, and I still listen to it now, and I'm excited for when the next album comes out.
Cool.
So, like I said, Wolfgang, the kid, well, not kid, he's in his 20s, he plays all the instruments. So what you'll hear is him. He has a live band who helps him out, but this is him. The song is called Another Celebration of the End of the World. It's a Michael
Seems
title.
fitting. Seems fitting for today.
Yes. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. Another Celebration at the End of the World by Mammoth. In 3, 2, 1, play. It's a Michael intro all day long?
No, really. That's not.
All Tom's.
That's a kick drum.
No, that's all Tom's, buddy.
That's a snare too, man. You can't tell me that's not a snare.
Tom's and a snare. Nope. Yeah, Calvo! Woohoo! Mike doesn't hate it. Let's start. There you go, there's some ride for you. Force cone, buddy. I like the harmony vocals in the background. If I could ever solo like that quick kind of spurt, that'd be my kind of solo.
I like the long drawn out ones.
I know. I like the harmony guitar in the back, almost like a solo. The only thing I would complain about mix-wise here is I appreciate the bass, but I feel like it's a little too high in the mix.
I know.
Such a good song. It's not lo-fi.
I know it's not.
I just had to make sure. It's good hi-hat work there. I love this part right here. And I like how he hit that high note at the end that kind of blends it into the chorus. All right, what do you think?
I was not a fan of that solo.
Okay. What do you
That's
think about
as
the
much as
rest
I
of the
got.
song, Mike?
It seemed a little too crazy at first. I adjusted to it. It was good. I have no real complaints. It's not my cup of tea, but I have no complaints.
Oh my God.
If you had grabbed me probably about maybe 30 years ago, probably would have been.
Okay. I'm officially losing the will for content here. I think it's a good song. One of the things I would, upon listening to it time and time again, I do feel like a little bit that he kind of jammed a little too much into that song.
Maybe.
All the sections kind of make sense, but I look at it as a drummer. There were some times where he could have mellowed out a little bit. But like some of the cool parts in the verse where he kind of syncopated the double bass with the riff, that was really cool.
I do like syncopation.
Mm-hmm. That part leading into the solo, I don't necessarily know if that needed to be there. I don't know if there's a way they could have cut that out and went straight from the second chorus to that solo part and then build it up a little more. And then the outro I can get, but the outro to me is trying to sound like a full band kind of playing together and hitting that crescendo after performing the song together. And I kind of lose it because I know it's just one person doing it all.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel as authentic in that section. But
I mean, like I said, I have no complaints whatsoever. None. It was good. It's just not my cup of tea, Joe, coffee. Milkshake. I don't know what euphemism is that.
Nobody knows what you drink because nothing's your cup of it.
I like root beer.
Again, for the questionable taste part that came up in Google Gemini, right there. I try to point at you, but I don't know which way to point with how this looks, and I'm not looking at the screen to figure it out. I'm gonna try it once. That guy. Oh, I did it right that time. Okay.
Ooh.
I gotta reverse that. Left and right. They're hard concepts for me, apparently. Why don't you tell me about your song that you selected?
I have selected a song that was sent to me by a friend of mine many, many, many years ago.
Is this a friend of yours I don't like?
Yeah.
Great.
I heard this band for the first time
people.
about the same time I heard Icestorp. By the way, that same friend is the one who turned me on to Icestorp. Anyways.
I love people. People are wonderful. They're all much better than me.
This band is called Dream Theater. And you should know these guys. Hopefully. This is not a no-name band. This is not some obscure band that no one knows about. I promise.
All right. This is not an obscure band. I can tell you right now, I've never listened to a full song of Dream Theater. What I have listened to is the 30-minute docuseries they put on YouTube when they were looking for a new drummer when their original one left. That. And I just know that the lead singer needs to give it up and stop dyeing his hair. The bass player is really good. The guitar player is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
And the keyboard player definitely knows his skills. They're all kind of virtuosos.
I was going to send you the short version of this, but no, it's a rite of passage to go through the entire song.
And how long is the song, Mike?
8 minutes and 13 seconds. It is called Pull Me Under. This is the first song of Dream Theater I heard. And, dude, it's good. I'm not a huge fan of the vocalist.
Well, guess what? That makes two of us.
But the music?
And that's what I'm going to concentrate on here, the musicianship.
If you hate if you come back and tell me you do not like this, I will pay for you to go see a specialist.
Good. Well, get that cash money. Get it ready. Venmo, buddy. Pull Me Under by Dream Theater. I'll send you my Venmo afterwards. I can use the cash. And 8 minutes and 13 seconds of just Dream Theater fun. In 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're starting off with acoustic. Let me get the cover off screen so I can just fully focus on this auditory masterpiece. Oh, it's a good drum intro there. Mike toms. Like point noise hitting me all the toms. There's a keyboardist justifying his role in the band. So far it sounds good because there's no singer. Standard tuning, right? Sounds it. So far. I got two guitars going at the same time. Still got the clean, which I'm assuming is now switched over to the keyboard while you have the dun 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 dun.
This is like right up your alley. Notice the hi-hats are not muted or in the background.
And they're really open. Yeah, see, get rid of that keyboard and you're good. far these guys need an editor a little bit.
Lost in the sky, clouds roll by and I roll with them. Arrows fly, seas increase and then fall again. This world is spinning around me. This world is
Good ride work there.
every day since future past. Every breath leaves me one less to my last.
That was an interesting shift there.
Like I said, the musicality is just spot on.
Oh no, they're all better musicians than I could ever be. I can admit that.
Watch the spell falling, gives no meaning to it all. Not today.
That was a good use of a pause there. And the vocal line to kick into it, that was good.
I'll take some last one, and then my only person that serves a day of my life.
Seems more like a Tim Owens band here.
This world is spinning around me. The whole world keeps spinning around me, and all life is future to past. Every breath leaves me one less to my last.
Oh, it was good till the chorus.
All I feel is honor spite. All I can know is the sad
You feel that chorus fits in line with the rest of the song so far?
Yeah.
No.
just fuels my eyes.
Oh, it's a new riff.
Clouds roll by and the road
The disco
But-
drums.
I wonder,
centuries
I like
kind of sometimes wonder what Tim Owens could do here. This one might be a good fit for him, really good fit for him.
spinning inside me. The whole world is spinning inside of me.
I feel like it's around the 120, 115 pocket.
Future past. Every step brings me closer to
I could be totally off. That's me attempting to try to talk about what I'm doing. Yeah, 174 beats a minute. Couldn't be any more off.
It's how many beats?
174 beats a minute. I wouldn't have went with that.
It doesn't sound that fast.
I might have recorded it at that, but that's from the internet, and the internet can't be wrong, believe it or not. Okay, now we're slowing down after what, 4 or 5 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad song. After 5 minutes. Must be a solo time.
And tell me if it sounds like someone you know. Or we mind to. We mind to.
A lot of water there. That's a short solo.
But effective.
Yeah, they don't have to all be 20 minutes long.
If I ever see these guys live play the song, I imagine the solo might be a little bit longer.
like that guitar in the background. That's a good riff right there. Oh man, get ready for some, I'll get some comments in this video, I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Say it again?
We're gonna get some comments based on what I'm gonna say in 30 seconds. Okay, there are parts of the song that I liked. So I'm gonna let you save your money on your therapist. But for me, there are parts that I did not like.
Singer?
Well, we already got that off rip. We already said the singer. It just
Right.
wasn't a voice that we either like. So I'm not even gonna. I ignored the singer for most part, which
What
made it
about
more
the-
enjoyable.
What about the instrumentation you couldn't like?
I didn't say the instrumentation was bad. Instrumentation was quite good. I would like there to be no keyboards. What did the keyboard player really add to the song?
Texture?
Yeah, if I want texture, you'll get texture when you get your hair cut. I don't always want my texture in music. With the power that they could have had when they... First off, it was an 8-minute song. It didn't feel like an 8-minute song, so that's good to them. It's really hard to make a piece of music for 8 minutes and not make it feel like 8 minutes. I
Yeah.
wasn't always checking the time to see, like, hey, when's this going to be over? So I'll give them that. The guitar player is really good. The drummer is really good. Mike Portnoy did a great job there. I don't necessarily know if all that double bass needed to be there. As somebody who appreciates double bass, I really liked when he did the short bursts of the fills when it's like dun 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 like that. That was really good. That's a really effective use of double
You
bass.
didn't like the blast beats?
There were no blast beats there. Blast beats are when you hit the snare really fast.
I kind of swore he did it for one the pre-chorus or chorus.
I don't remember ever hearing any blast beats there. I remember
Oh.
him playing fast like da 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 da, but that's not blast beats. There's not really. I don't really think we're gonna listen to anything that unlisten, argue, repeat that as blast beats. I think when he's doing when he's doing the double bass, the consistent da 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 da,
Yeah.
that I don't know if that necessarily needed to be there. For me, that kind of took away. Like a lot of that power for me was in that guitar riff, and when the bass joined up with it, that was really strong. Especially when he had the open hi hat and he was doing it. I would have loved to seen and listened and heard more of that.
Yeah.
Not overplaying, but one of the hard parts about being a drummer, and this is coming from a drummer who's made no money, who has 2 songs with a writing credit on iTunes. Let's be serious here. The drums are supposed to really serve the song, and it seems like there's a little bit of overplaying here. In my opinion, he's very good. Again, made more money in one day than I'll make in a lifetime. World-renowned drummer. Who am I to say anything? But when I try to think about it in the band setting, I really would have loved to hear more of those riffs, and I would have loved to been able to concentrate more on those riffs. And you can't when you have the drums, because it kind of tears you away from the riff because the drums are doing something a little different.
For me, I think the band had its own shining moments. The band, it's every instrument. The drums had its show, but it filled in its purpose. The guitar had its show, and it filled in its purpose. Keyboards, same thing. Vocalists, same thing. I thought it was.
There were some good bass runs there. I'd like to give some credit there.
I always leave out the bassist. Why do I do that?
Because you don't play bass.
I do.
Where's your bass guitar, buddy?
Okay, all right. So I haven't had a bass guitar on me since like 2007, 8, 9.
So I play all those instruments. I don't say I play them well, but I play all those instruments.
I still know how to play bass.
Yeah, not this kind of bass. So the bass is... The instruments, everybody who performed is good. The song had its good moments. Do I think it needed to be 8 minutes? No. Do I think the drummer overplayed? Yes. Do I think the keyboardist needs to go find a new job at Home Depot? Yes. Something else. Maybe he can go work at Guitar Center. I told you,
guys.
I was gonna...
Obviously, Ryan's off the rails here. Obviously. So you tell us who's right on this one.
That was his nice way of shutting me up because I've gone on for too long, and he'd rather do more important things like clean his toenails. So you can all say, let us know what you think, if we should cover more Dream Theater, or if we should listen to real music. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm Ryan.
I'm Michael.
And somehow we're still friends. Maybe not after this episode. Wash those hands, please.